I'll be talking a bit about polarization, personalization, and stability. This is work which is joined between myself, Jamie Morgenstern, and Sarah Dean. This work considers dynamics in content recommendation systems, where platforms with content try to match and recommend content to users who have preferences over that content. There's increasing amounts of evidence that many of these sorts of systems have users whose preferences change as they interact with the content on those platforms. For example, most of us get bored if we watch the same thing over and over again. There's evidence that some people's preferences become more extreme as they consume more and more content on some of these platforms. And at a population level, it appears that there may be some types of polarization of beliefs when people use these platforms. So this work aims to understand how our preferences over content change as we consume that content. And we draw inspiration from some prior work that looks at dynamics which push preferences towards content that they already like once they see it, and preferences being pushed away from content which is already disliked when we see it. So for example, if this yellow content is shown to this purple user, their preferences might move towards it, whereas they might move away from the second yellow arrow. For many sets of users and content, regardless of how you choose what kinds of content to show, if you show everyone the same thing or the same distribution over things, preferences tend to end up in a polarized state. And in short, the answer is no. Two-state polarization doesn't necessarily happen in these systems, but the population generally collapses. The preferences collapse onto the span of the content that's available. And for more details, find us at our poster.